Before I began teaching, while I was still in college and high school, I worked in several group homes for autistic adults and adolescents. And I learned a lot about autism and autism spectrum disorders. In the classroom, we're seeing more and more students like this. Some come with an aid and some do not if they're higher functioning. But I have some advice for teachers who are dealing specifically with students with autism spectrum disorder or autism itself. I've created an acronym, AUTISM, to help you understand these concepts. The first one, A, is avoid the word no. No is often a trigger word that can make situations far worse, so try to avoid using the word no. U is U-turn. Redirect behavior and refocus the child. Instead of saying no, try, let's do this first, or how about we give this a try, or let's look at these two possibilities. That can sometimes get a student around the situation where you have to use the word no and get them refocused on the lesson at hand. T is for talk. Talking with colleagues, professionals, and parents. It's important to understand what behaviors we need to focus on and what behaviors we can ignore. Some behaviors are antecedents to larger issues. For many, it's that word no, and that can lead to outbursts. But for other students, it can be something very innocuous, and you won't know unless you ask. I is for ignore, and I mean ignoring the small behaviors that do not lead to distraction or harm. It's sometimes just as important as redirecting behavior. So if a student is rocking or doing some behavior that maybe is a little annoying to you, it might be a way that they provide self-care for themselves. Asking them not to rock can then lead to other behavior issues. So if whatever it is they're doing is not preventing them from creating their work of art and not really disruptive, then you might need to ignore that particular behavior. Again, go back to the last piece of advice and talk to the professionals in your school that really know this child. S is for safety, and that's safety for the child, for the adult in the room, and for the others that are present in the classroom. Know the child's antecedents and address them early. Routine is very important for those with autism. So be ready and watchful for when those routines are disrupted. That can be half-day schedules, pep rally days, different excursions. When the schedule is disrupted, that can often be a trigger to behavior issues. The last one is M for modify. Consistency is important, but sometimes things happen. Stay positive and try a different approach. Be ready to modify your methods with a backup plan. If you've given all students, 10 colors to kind of deal with, and that student is really struggling, sometimes going back to your 3 primaries might be the best thing to do for that particular student. So again, be ready to modify. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos in this playlist. Thank you.